So let us introduce you to the 2021 Royal Flair EcoMate family. Let's go!
Yeah!
Hey guys, and welcome to Fred Explore. My name's Nathan.
Martine!
And we are here today to showcase our new van that we've put so much time and effort and maybe me.
I've picked all the pretty things inside. But we've been traveling for 2 years. When we got our first van, we'll complete numpties. We have been on the road, learned so much through experience and taken it to some of the most rugged parts of Australia. And it's pretty exciting, the elevation and some of the concepts that we're going to try out. So we're going to give you a tour because we've been having so many people ask us about the van and all different things in it.
Definitely. It's one of these projects that's probably taken over the last 18 months. And there's been loads of planning, loads of changes, you know, lots of things have been happening in the world, so everyone knows about it, and it makes things hard, but at the same time it's been worthwhile because we are so happy with the end product, and we're going to be showing you all the things that we love. You
are in for a treat. So you'll get Nathan giving you a tour of the outside, and then we save the best to last, which is the inside.
So let's take a look around, eh?
Yeah, let us know in the comments if there's something in particular that you would like, or reach out and send us a message that you would like to know more about.
Definitely. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you around the front of the Caravan, and we'll start from there. Come with me. Okay guys, we're at the front of the van, and a couple of things you'll notice about this van as it doesn't have a stone deflector and there's no big gas bottles either. So this van here is completely gasless, and we obviously made sure that we have loads of room here, but we've still got some protection. So I'll take you to the front. What we've got here is we've got the big Gen Y hitch. It's a Torsion flex hitch. Now, the reason why we went with this was it just takes a lot of pressure off the chassis on the vehicle. So when we're going down, you know, corrugated roads, this just absorbs a lot of pressure. So we've teamed it up with a Cruisemaster DO45, and the DO45 is obviously a pretty standard industry piece of equipment. With this, we have the Trail Save breakaway, which is obviously unplugged at the moment, ALKO stability control system, and we've also gone and got a stone stomper. Now, this is absolutely fantastic. So you notice here that we've got the mud flaps here, and then we've also got the stone stomper. So this protects us from all the stones, all the crap getting underneath. Previously, last time, we had loads of stone chips all up the top end, and with this, we're hoping, we haven't tried it out yet on some really corrugated and stony stuff, that we don't have that same problem. With this, obviously, you'll probably notice here, this is a big thing here. This is aluminium. An aluminium chassis saves us to nearly 100 kilos in weight, and it's what we ran last time, and I was happy with it last time, so we went again. The other thing we've got on here is just an external tap. Really handy just to have an external tap, and somewhere we can, you know, grab some water if we're outside and in a hurry. We also have a trail mate. We went for the version 2, which is the blue one. That's just a really easy version, and just a simple little spirit level, just to make things easier when we are at site and looking for levels. What we've done this time as well, we've actually put a wood box on, because that was probably one thing that we always used to struggle with. We used to chuck it on top of our wagon, and there was scratches and stuff like that you just don't want to carry wood on top of your car. So this is obviously a way that we can store. We've also got a mats, and we also put a lot of our chops and stuff into as well. It's an easy place just to store stuff that gets dirty. We want it out of the way. In here, we just keep all that crap. So it is on a slide. You can run a generator, but we don't need to. We can simply pull it out. Probably stuff's in the way, so I don't really want to do this. But it slides out, hoses, and all my stuff in here, all the things that you need, pegs and all that type of stuff. So that just simply goes in there, and we lock it away. That. On the top as well, you'll notice we've got a big spotlight. These are super bright, so when we come into any campsite, I can just pop them on and they light up the whole campsite. Here we have, this one's quite a cool little one actually, because this one is just a little one, but it also goes up as well. So you can probably see if you go, so you can store little like higher things in there. And I'll just chuck the light on. There's a light on in the corner, and all I do is put the kids' scooters, all the washing line, pegs and stuff in that drawer, and it keeps everything out of the way. That's that. There is a little outdoor shower, which I'll show you now. Simply put here, and it gets put away like that. Easy peasy. Now, these vents aren't actually internal vents. This one just accesses the hot water system. This is the only internal vent on the van, and this is the vent that our poo and our wee will come out of. So what I mean by that, it's not poo and wee, it's just the extractor fan pulling all the nasty smells out the back. On this we have 4 inputs, which is water. We have 2 95s and we have 2 65s. So I think in total 320 litres of water, which we can take at any one time, which is fantastic. On here we've obviously just got our 15 amp standard input, nothing different about that. This has to be put in a Caravan because we do have a special Caravan with our voltage, so that needs to be put there. And on the bottom we've just got the Cooper STT PRO tyres and just a standard DC3 wheels as well. So now hopefully I can get into here. This might be a bit of a mess. So this is just where we put all our camp chairs, part of my trailer, and just some stuff that we don't really use very often. So it's a place that we can kind of store stuff that we don't really need to. We don't access it very often, except for the chairs. On the back, kept it pretty simple on the back. What we did was we put on the bar this Mangrove jack trailer. That was really good because it keeps everything out the way. It just means that we've got all this extra room in our canopy that we can use by just putting and storing this all up here. Got a bin bag on the back, just really handy. If you go to a campsite, you want to take your stuff with you. So that's that. And then up top we have Safety Dave. Safety Dave is a reverse camera. I have it on full time as well, and I use it as a bit of a rear vision mirror as well, which is pretty handy. If you see the top left corner, you'll see that you've got a self-eye go, and that's the aerial as well. Probably one thing at the moment, that's the only thing I probably need to do is have a way to be able to jump up there. At the moment, it's the kids that have to jump up and actually grab that and put it up. Otherwise, I'd have to jump up there. Okay, on the front, this is really all the cool stuff starts happening. This one here is a long one. So I'll show you. So in here, these boots aren't normally in here, but our daughters chucks them in there. So this is where all the cool stuff in our cooking happening. So this is part of the reason why we wanted to go completely gasless, was to have you know when you're out in the wind, you're trying to cook on a barbecue and you can't because all the flames get pushed around because it's windy and gas just simply doesn't work. Here is the solution. So Weber have come up with obviously an option to have a simple plug in there, turn her on. Oops, probably turn it on the wall first. Turn it on.
Oh bro, he cooked potatoes last night, look. So you can see we've really prepared well and cleaned everything. So you're actually seeing the van as it is. So
there's a dirty old potato.
Obviously saving that.
Saving that for breakfast. Yum. See, how good is that? But see, simply just turn the dial. It's super easy. You know, it just makes cooking, you know, no stress. So we've got that there. That is the Weber. This is the Pulse 1000. So this is the smaller one. There is a Pulse 2000, which is slightly bigger, but from what our experience has been so far, like this is perfect for what we use it for. So you can also do baking and stuff like that as well. So thumbs up. Yeah. Okay.
And
what do you reckon?
I just want to add in with that, we cooked pizza.
Pizza's delicious.
And we literally use the pizza stone.
Pizza stone's at the back.
There. And it is crispy. It is so good because that was something I was worried about because I love pizza. Baked potatoes. You literally can cook everything on it, and it is like it has exceeded my expectations.
Definitely 100%. So the other thing part of this cooking arrangement is the little induction area. So we asked for a little slider area, and the reason why we did that was I can easily take this and put it into the car, which if you had a fixed in kitchen, it's fixed in, you've got that there, but you can't do anything with it. So this gives us an opportunity to be able to plug this straight in over there, cook using induction cooktop, and makes it super easy. The thing about induction is it's so much faster as well in compared to gas, and it just heats up really quickly. And the obviously inside as well, but we'll show you that a little bit later. Other than that, we've obviously just got some cooking stuff in here, and we keep our shoes and bags and stuff like that.
Now there will be people that actually care about what's in there and storage, because it is a question we get asked often, is around storage. Should we have underseat storage, outside storage? So last time we had underseat storage because we have the big club lounge, really annoying. I'm preferring having the storage on the outside. It's easier to access and it's such a better use of space. So
I suppose the thing is as well, like, because some of the stuff out here, we always put stuff we don't really use very often into the kind of nooks and crannies, because then it doesn't really matter when you use them. You can just use them, you can just simply pull it out and grab whatever you need and put it back. So pretty much what we've done is this entire space here is all checkerboard plated on the floor, so it's well protected, and you know, it's just easy and good storage. So, and it's a big area too. So that's that one. I actually like these doors as well. We had them last time. I'll show you, come here.
Come here.
Come here, come here. So these things.
Martin, can you please move closer?
Please, Martin,
Sure,
please, can I,
I'd love
please, thank you, darling. Anyway, these things here, they can jiggle off a little bit, but they're super easy to tighten up, and it just means you can change the pressure on them as well. So these have little, obviously, seals on this side up here, and they close like this, and bang. And then you can tighten them as well. So if you're on a dust road, make sure that they're nice and tight and the seals are good. This one here, we spent a little bit of time with the Royal Flair on this one, and this is our, I suppose, entertainment hatch or entertainment area. So within this we have our ALKO air compressor, we have our airbag system all here. It's super easy to use. One thing at the moment, we've got them on auto, so we can flick them up to auto when we leave, or we can put them back to manual like that, and then we can simply go up or down or whichever you want to do it. So put a manual. I probably should put it on first. Thinking this doesn't seem to be working very well. So let's put it on first. As you can tell, it's slowly dropping on this side, and you'll see the difference after a while. So bags range from about, I put between 90 and I probably can put it down to about 5 without any issues. So you can get some really good, solid, you know, inclines and still be able to balance that van out, which is great. So you can simply play around with it, and then once you want to leave your site, boom, click, and it simply returns back to how it should be. The other thing you can use here is that you have a air outlet, so you can use this to pump up your tyres if you let them down on a road. It's obviously a great way, or even if you like have bikes and tyres and stuff like that, you can easily pump them up, no problems at all. We have our whole stereo system in here, so we went with a Rockford Fosgate. I really like it. Previously we had our speakers on the outside, and it used to get dust and everything, and we said, look, can we put it into a bot and put everything all in one area, so we don't have things such as 240, so there's a 10 amp plug here for an external 240. So we can plug in things such as our one wheels, which is here, and you have USB, 2 USB ports, and we have obviously a secondary light port there as well. But what it means is I've just got access to it. I've also got a table is here as well. So if you want to do cooking, and you can use the table as just a bit of a, like, to put stuff on, it just comes in really handy, and obviously pumping the tunes. The good thing about having these speakers in here as well is that it kind of acts like a bit of a boombox, so you get a bit of sound at the same time, which is really cool. So that's the keys. So these are just little fob keys. So this can control things such as my lights. So I can simply use this to control awning lights. I can do front spotlights and rear spotlights, awnings, barbecue. So simply by doing the barbecue one, you can go from amber, turn it off, or white, or you can do a mixture. How cool is that? Obviously, when you are out and about, the orange ones are really fantastic, and we didn't have them last time, and we did find that we did get some bugs outside, but by having those little amber ones, they are so much better. So definitely, if you got the chance, look at those. So that's that. One thing we did as well, which I forgot to mention, is how many people have bought a Caravan and then been given like 1 million sets of keys. Now, that was one thing I was like, why do you do that? Like, why would you go and spend $100,000 on a van, whatever, and have all these sets of keys? So what we've done is there's only 2 for the whole van. Two keys for the van, that is all. So, plus the door key, but everything else is all one keyed. So that makes the job so much easier. You don't have to go looking around, looking what number key it is and locking everything off. So that is a big plus. Look at it if you can. So that's all that done in there. Pretty much else what we've got here, this is pretty handy during the day or during the night. You've got a blue light there, and then you've got an outside light as well. So if you do need to kind of look for stuff or just have a little bit of a look at night, you can turn those on very easily and simply just by pushing the button. Up top, we have gone with an electric awning. So this is a last minute addition, and I wasn't too sure about it to start off with, because we've heard stories about them not being as secure. What if they fail? but then I thought, well, why not? And in a lot of cases, it is fantastic. The ability just to be able to push a button or have an app on your phone that you simply can push a button and your awning comes out is great. So I'll show you. I'll just show you quickly inside. I'm just going to jump up. So all we have to do is hit the extend and you'll notice how good is that? So while I'm there, I'm going to probably try and show you the lights as well. That takes about 50 seconds, goes overextends, and then it re-goes back to where it should be. And there is a light strip. You can probably see that. That was one cool thing about having that awning light on. So that's another light source that we had that we didn't have last time, which is absolutely cool. And roll it back in. You'll be able to see that's as simply as pushing that button down, and that just rolls in. The arms are pretty sturdy. I haven't seen any issues. I probably will say this, it probably isn't as sturdy as one of the other manual ones that we had last time, especially in wind. If we tie it down, it'd be fine, but I will say it probably isn't as strong. But in terms of ease of use, how practical it is, like if I do have wind in the middle of the night, I don't have to jump out of my underpants and try and when it's windy, raining, and trying to put down an awning. I can simply stay in the thing and just simply click a button and it's all done. Okay, let's look at this next box. This is the box that Martine loves because it is part of her favorite toys on our travels, and look how neatly they can fit into there. They are 2 one wheels. What do you think of that, Martine?
It is. So this is something we don't agree on, is what is necessity and what is not when we travel. But if you use your space really well, there's a way that you can have wins. And
wins.
That is literally, and there's so much room still in there. So I reckon my electric scooter will fit in there too. So
I suppose what it does is it gives us a lot more options. The space, we're probably a lot more storage than we had last time. And you know, for us to be able to have storage, but also have it in a lightweight van was more than we wanted. So now you might be wondering about the actual external side of things, and this is probably the stuff. This is really where this van looks fantastic, but also saves on that weight. So I mentioned the aluminium chassis, which is one awesome thing, but what we've also done was teamed it up with a cladding, which is a fiberglass composite. So previously we had the timber frames, which we had no problems at all. There's no issues at all, but we wanted to create a van that was lighter weight, but at the same time durable. But we were able to obviously put together a composite van, saves about 100 kilos roughly, and we've obviously had it wrapped, and this wrap is mint. So the guys at Royal Flair have done a perfect job of putting this together, and it just looks so neat and so clean. Underneath, obviously, it's just a standard white fiberglass. You'll see that, you know, it just looks fantastic. The other thing that I probably should mention is these windows as well. So these are the flat sleek line windows by MkII. Now they just make it look mint. The great thing about these is that people can't look into you. We often have people walking past our van looking into it, obviously not knowing that we're inside, and we can clearly see that they're looking into our van. They're tinted on the outside, so people from walking past can't see in, but we can see out, which is a good thing. It also blocks obviously some of that heat which you'd probably get from other type of windows. The other thing as well is, because obviously previously we had little rounded windows, the flat line just looks sleek and we're happy with it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you just a couple of things underneath the van. So what we did was we went with the same control rider system that we went with last time. And look, when things work, why change them? And we were happy with them. And suspension is such an important thing. So obviously, as I mentioned before, we went with the airbags, but we also just kept with the dual system with the control rider GNS chassis, which we're happy with. And look, again, why change things if they're not broke? And if we're happy with them and we love them, then it's all a good thing.
All right, now for the best part, I'm going to give you a tour of the inside, the bits that I know about and the bits that I love. Firstly, starting with the door. This door is so much better than our old one, and having that full screen, not only security, because I do love a good serial killer documentary, so that just helps me feel safe, but also allows for the breeze to get in. All right, So come in here. First and foremost, we have Waterfall. Gee, that could be like, no, I won't go there. So we have really nice Waterfall benches. So we're the first one to have a Caesar stone bench top in the van, and our job is to put it to the test and see if we can crack it or not. The other thing that we thought, because a lot of people think when you hit the road that you got to slum it, and something in our culture, like people shame people for having nice things. We celebrate it, and we wanted to go a little bit extra. So we actually have the copper taps, the stone, and it looks absolutely amazing. I love the indents here. It literally enables you to explore the most rugged parts of this country comfortably and with luxury. So we have a light here as well. We have gone with the electric stove.
Induction cooktops.
Induction cooktop. See, I just use it. I don't know what things are called. And then obviously we've got the fan there as well.
What do you like about the induction cooktops?
Okay, so
I do lots of cooking.
Well, I'm really good at making shakes. No, but in all seriousness, we nearly burnt our last van down. So we had gas here, and literally people would just come in and throw stuff on here and then keep going on their way. I was boiling eggs. Nathan put his shirt here. Thank God we had a smoke alarm. The smoke alarm went off. I come and checked, and we did have a fire. It also acted as a heater. Now, most travelers travel the sun. You do not want an internal heater when you're trying to cook. So this is, it not only looks so much better, you haven't got all the nooks and crannies to
keep it clean,
all the crumbs and the shit to go in, and literally it is so easy to use. You turn it on, put it on, bang, off you go. So I absolutely not only love the aesthetics of it, but the function as well. All right, so there's so much room in this van, and I remember when I first walked in a Royal Flair van, I was like, is this wider? And they're like, no, they can't be beyond a certain point. And so what it is that gives it the width is my favorite feature I honestly believe this is the best invention ever put in a caravan, and once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. So this is a Super King drop down bed. So for me, what was important is that we slept this way. There was no way I was traveling full time, and I'm medium maintenance, and we were climbing over each other. I wasn't having it. And the fact that we could extend this, it is literally ginormous, and not once have I ever resented having to put it down. It's actually with complete joy and gratitude I put it down, and I climb into a comfy, spacious bed. And where it sits, and I'll show you in a minute, but it literally sits flush with that window. I'm on the good side, so I have the most spectacular view out my window every morning when I open my eyes, and that is the best thing about home where we park it. All right, let's have a look in here. So this is our storage. We just have food in here.
You notice that there's clean lines too. We didn't want those ugly handles, so these are handleless as well. So you'll find that the handles are underneath. They look so much better. We had the shittest cupboard knob things, and I would not recommend them to anyone in our old one. So you can go watch that. You're a cupboard knob. Oh, your mum is. Okay, so we have our Selfie Go here, and you can see we've got all sorts of contraptions in here, and Nathan's actually put a power board that he's attached to the wall to stop the children stealing the phone chargers. We actually, he's taped them in because it's literally the first time we've had something that ever worked. So computer, laptops, iPad, phones, earphones go in there. Now we have these epic Sirocco fans. They're the version 2 Elite, and I would never be without these. They have multiple speeds, and you can also put a timer on. It is actually one of the best features, and yeah, you can have it on speed 1, 2, 3 or 4, and I would never travel without them. All right, so under here, oh, the light, we have another fan here. I'm being choreographed from the back. Okay, so here we have my supplements, and then you can see down the back we've got some tea towels and just a bit of crap which I hide. Nathan probably didn't know they were there. Here is our cleaning. So storage is actually really important, and it actually blows people away how much you can fit in here. Clearly we've cleaned this, but we've got some knot and stick mats, so that stops these from all banging and clanging. A rice cooker, and who doesn't need copper cup that match their tapware? Anyway, I'm grateful that
that Nathan hasn't thrown them out yet, because that's usually what happens, and then I have to order more. Now we don't have anything in here. We literally just have the pump.
Water pump, 2 water pump, and we have the airbag man compressor.
In here, we just have some of our cutlery, electronics, and then we have our drawer. And then in here, we have our bin, which currently is seconding for a washing basket. And
so it's kind of more like a laundry bin and bin, correct?
Bin. 2 uses. Everything's got to have 2 uses. It was actually made for a Thermomix, so I'm on the fence about getting a Thermomix for the van. Okay, I'm medium maintenance, and one thing that was very real for me was, where am I going to fit my clothes, my stuff? I don't want to wear the same thing every day, and I just want to know that if you do like wearing the same thing, that's completely okay. If you don't actually have to. So I get a lot of questions about storage. We don't have cupboards to hang dresses in. I don't have an iron or a steamer. I know you can get a compact steamer from Kmart. My friend has one. You could also use the outside space that Nathan showed you. You could actually make a little closet in there if you wanted to. But we decided to put a wall-mounted washing machine in our bathroom, and I actually roll all my dresses and all my skirts to go in here. So I reckon there's about 70 dresses in there.
Because everyone needs 70 dresses while they travel.
Well, good to have options, and my weight fluctuates. So I also have my accessories in here, a couple of earrings, kimonos, and a belt. So make your own rules. Take whatever you want to, and if people shame you, like whatever, because I know people judge me often.
Put it in my drawers.
About that. No one cares about your drawers right in this second. So Nathan has 2 drawers.
Yay.
One here and one here. Now he does have a bag with some other stuff too, so don't feel sorry for him. I also just have, 4 of these things in there. So literally,
storage cubes. Everyone
needs that many swimmers when they travel. And I have my pajamas, my swimmers, bras and undies, so they're really easy to find and put away. This is just my pant and some long sleeved shirt. And then in here, for maximum space, I literally roll things. So we traveled internationally a lot. I would fold my clothes on the way, and to get them back home, I would roll them because I'd always come back with more than what I started with. So I love the fact that we have this amount of space for my stuff. Okay, up here, this is my husband's OCD coming out. Now,
it's really well organized.
we work on the road, so we do have a lot of technologies. We have the mic for the podcasting, just a little wireless Bluetooth keyboard, and you can see it just makes everything really easy to find when people put it away.
When people put it away.
Wasn't me. And then Nathan will tell you about this. He's even that OCD. He's got his labeler that we carry so he can label his shit.
Obviously, I just had the Telstra 5G here and the Optus as well, which is here. Then we just got just a switchboard with some fuse box, etc. And also our switch for our bedroom as well. So this is just a lot of electrical stuff in here and the fuses.
So we have our Bluetooth stereo outlet here. We have a microwave, which I try not to microwave too much stuff, but sometimes it is extremely convenient. We have a fridge. Now the verdict's out. We do have a big fridge in the car. However,
130 litres in the car.
And how many litres is this?
This is 190 litres.
So I'm not sure.
There's 2 trains of thought. What are the trains of thoughts?
Well, we do tend to sometimes buy excess food that we don't always use.
In a bigger fridge.
In a bigger fridge, because it'll fit. If we can fill it, we do. However, we haven't done any longer off-grid trips, which I'm sure it might be a little bit more of an issue. So we're going to see how it goes. And yeah, we had a massive fridge in the last one. Here we just have more storage. In our other one, we had a big pull-out fancy shelf thing, and you wasted so much space in it. It was a nightmare to clean. Things would fall out. So I personally wouldn't recommend one of those. So we've just gone with the shelves. Maisie's got some stuff here. And then obviously we got some food. We have Theodore now, so that's his shelf. And then we have just some books, of school kids stuff, and a couple of my books. The kid, that's Maisie's drawer, MkII's drawer. Okay, these are 2 of the best things. So it uses the same battery. I work online, so I do a lot of calls. So not not only does this Nathan's like light to do shit, it's actually my beauty light as well. And this handheld vacuum is the best thing, and it gets used multiple times a day. And then I like to have shoe options, so there's a couple of pairs of shoes in there too.
Too many shoes.
Oh.
How many shoes is too many shoes for traveling?
Well, it's good to have options. So anyway, we have differing opinions on that. Okay, so I even got trolled in Facebook for having one of these. Oh, that.
A fake plant.
But look how beautiful it looks, and it just gives it that ambience, and I love it. So it's from the plant room.
Plant project.
And then I have this beautiful little cross that I got in Port Douglas. Now that is a ladder which our children double. It's actually my stuff that's in here at the moment, but the children put all that. Well, I chuck theirs under here. So Maisie does use that as her second shelf. So we've got the bunk, and we'll let the kids tell you about the bunks. But the other cool thing with the bunks, and I'm scared to even open that. Oh no, look at little Buzzy. It's neat as. So gives them storage. We used to have stuff all over the bed. And
but it also has some other like power points in there. So it's got a 240 power point. It's got a USB in there as well somewhere. So there's quite a bit of space for them to have their own little stuff as well.
They are loving it. Then Maisie's bunk is here. Also got the fans. They've got some beautiful lighting around there, but they are absolutely loving the extended part of the bunks. They haven't been punching on. So in our old van where we had the bunks, they would literally punch on between the things. They would lock each other in and out of the shower. They would bang on the door. They would be fighting, all sorts of things. This has eliminated that.
And there was loads of fights all the time.
Now, we have a new addition to the family. So our eldest has gone to a sports high school. She's living with my mum. She's had an amazing opportunity to go and attend there, and it's what she wanted to do. So we're supporting her in that. And she's not been replaced.
No, we've replaced it with a dog.
So we now have Theodore, who he's got his own little dog mat. So we've taken the mattress out. He's got his day lounge, which is the couple.
A day lounge.
Leather, and you can see he's got his little deer bone there. So he's got his, oh, this is not him, this is another friend. He's got some toys there. He's got
a fan too.
He's got his fan, and he actually needs it because it gets really, really hot. It is actually working out to be amazing for him. And now I'm going to quickly show you the bathroom. So loving this washing machine. 2 kilos.
What is it? 2 kilo, and it's a Daewoo Mini.
And it fit way more stuff than I thought it would. And the storage here, this is literally as it is. You're seeing it without it being made beautiful and clean. But shout out to these guys. The pump, you do not waste any. It's clean, small family business. Absolutely obsessed with Cove Laundry. Love them. The linen, we get asked a lot about the linen. The same on the beds is organic flax, which I love. My husband's not a fan, but it's all from bed threads.
Just to quickly go on there, the only thing I think about these particular things is they can have a little bit of fluff and a lot of stuff coming out of them. That would be my only concern, but they are beautiful looking sheets.
And doona covers and towels and tea towels. Okay, so we've even mixed it up, and we've got our copper. You didn't tell me my tag's hanging out, bro. Copper sink. This is just some stick-on tile that Nathan did. Got the mirror. This is my straightener and hot tong.
Junk.
Whatever. Your junk. And then we've got more storage in here.
What about the toilet, Martine?
Nathan loves the toilet, he can tell you about that, and it's full of his poos.
So let's not open it, but because it might be a bit gross.
100%. Stop filming my, let's just call it a torso. But before he tells you all about his toilet, I think you should do your own video on the toilet. We have 4 hooks here.
Can't see them.
Down here you can.
There you go.
So we have 4 of them. And then...
Maybe turn the light on in the shower so you can see.
There we go. We've got fan, 2-speed. Nathan's obviously got a mirror. And then we have, this is brilliant because you can take it off and do whatever you want to do with that. And there is here, but you can see I'm 5'7", and that's me putting my hands up, and that's how wide it is. So it's actually
very big. It is very big.
It is huge. So
but there's sand on the floor.
Oh, that's our kids. They're bloody feral. But anyway, that's what happens when you have children and you explore a lot. So Nathan, I'm gonna take this and you can explain your love for our toilet where we shit in a bag.
So we're not too sure quite yet about the toilet. It's a composting toilet, but it's probably more of just a diverted toilet. So
you shit in a bag and pee in a bottle.
You pretty much...
You've got to aim to the front,
yeah, so
to urine, and you've got to...
So it diverts it. And I know you can get longer times using the toilet off-grid. So we would probably get a week and a half, 2 weeks from our number 2s out of this one compared to 2 days using a normal toilet. And the number 1s can just be easily dumped wherever because it's just number 1s. They can get a bit smelly, the wees particularly, not necessarily the poos because you have a fan inside it, but the number 1s.
So urine.
Number 1's urine, whatever you want to call it, wee, yellow stuff, golden bit, whatever.
I'm hydrated, mine's a pale.
It doesn't look like that when I put it down the toilet. Anyway, what I've noticed is whenever you put a little bit of vinegar, that completely changes that smell of it. So especially because we've been up in 40-degree heat and it's been hot. And hot wee.
He loves it. It's his favourite thing.
It's delicious. No, it's not delicious.
Now I'm going to tell you about the best thing about the van, hands down. So
your husband.
No.
Why are you sweating?
Why am I sweating? It's getting hot in here. No, it's not going to be one of those videos. All right, so the Super King drop-down bed. I'm going to show you how simple it is to put down. So, usually I have a beautiful Moroccan rug. Insert a picture. But we have a puppy now, so it is stored safely until he is fully toilet trained and knows the difference between grass and my Moroccan rug. So anyway, we have beautiful cushions. Nathan, let's talk about these cushions.
They're about 40 kilos each.
So we were in the shop and I'm like, should I just get infills or should we just get the ones here? Like, it's 4 too many, can I get one big one? He's like, oh, it's fine, just get it. Anyway, we get out to the car and they've got special feathers in it, so they're not your normal weighted cushions. So he had a heart attack when he saw how much they weigh, but geez, they look bloody amazing and they come.
So question for you, would you take this many pillows if you were traveling full time? Put it in your comments.
Well, if you don't, that's fine. I'm not judging what anyone else wants to take from a pillow perspective. So they're cactus silk Moroccan cushions and we got them from Burley Heads. I even made Nathan drive an hour after he'd driven all day from Caravan HQ down to get the cushions. But look how happy the cushions make his wife. All right, now back on task. Down here is a little black button.
Black knob.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but
you thought
basically
it would offend people?
Well, you. Okay, done. So you just
half of the bed done.
So you push that knob down and then you just push the table. Literally, the other thing that you can do is if you get rid of all of these 4 cushions in the middle, you can slide this cushion across. You put this cushion down next to it and you have another Super King bed and you could actually fit 5 people sleeping this way comfortably. So it's like having a massive bunk bed. So if you were looking at getting a Royal Flair with a drop down bed for a short-term trip and for the kids to bring friends or for family to come and visit while you're on the road, you can totally make it a bunk bed and have people come and stay with you. Now, here's the control. It's pretty high tech.
Here's the control. Oh, there.
This is the best feature ever made in a caravan times a gazillion. So we double the space. So for schoolwork, some days it's shitty weather. Some days it's like 100 degrees. There's other days where it's windy and wet and you don't want to be outside. You can all retreat in here, sit around there comfortably. And we've been a family of 5 and I wouldn't want to be without it. So again, we have our bed thread linens, pink clay and terracotta. I wish I got peach like Maisie. And literally, whoa.
Whoa.
Big mama. I live a good life, so travel treats me well. So this is our drop down bed. To give you an idea, you could also, if you wanted to, sleep this way, or this is how we sleep. Now, the best part, make sure you pick your bed, all the ladies out there, on this side because you get the good views because it's the same size as the door.
Don't let all the horseflies in.
So, but how bloody good is that? And because this is fully off-road, you can get to the best locations in Australia in comfort, with luxury, and really enjoy.
That's probably the best part. Like these 3 windows, you pretty much, if you want to, you can keep all those windows all open with the nets down and have 3-way airflow, and it is absolutely amazing on those hot days.
Now, the other thing we love about having the battery operated system is we can run our air conditioning off grid.
That is the exciting part. So we can pretty much run this whole van air conditioned in hot weather pretty much 24/7 if we wanted to. We probably wouldn't be able to cook at the same time, but if it's on, it's on. And we've had the last probably would have been, we had periods where we were off grid and no power for like 3 weeks, and we were running air conditioning for about 5 hours, 6 hours every single day, and it was good because it can get hot.
So that is the best part of the van, in my opinion. And my wish for you is to make a plan, figure it out, find a way. Life on the road, life is short, get out, live it and enjoy it. You don't need a setup like this. It is beautiful. And we love being able to do it in style. However, the most important thing is you get out there with your family, enjoy the good life, and make all the memories that you desire. If there is anything that you want to know more about in particular, please reach out and we can do an in-depth video, because this year we're going to be doing more of that, so we can help.
And for the rest of the battery system, the solar, everything you need to know, that'll be in the next video. I'm sorry. Perfect, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe to us, and see you in the next video. See you guys.